Hey guys, Ebony Bridges here, the blonde bomber from Australia, and you are watching Sporting Icons.
So the manager of Kubrat Pulev, he's coming out with a lot of statements over the last couple of weeks, which is great for content creators like myself because it gives me something to talk about, right? But now he's focusing on a future fight with Tyson Fury. In fact, he believes that Kubrat Pulev, he's going to beat Joshua and then he'll go and beat Tyson Fury. And to do that, he will then become undisputed, right? Because we know, unless that they've agreed on something, that then there probably won't be a rematch clause with the Anthony Joshua fight because it's a mandatory. So Pulev, he doesn't have to have a rematch clause, but of course you can negotiate and have one in there. So maybe Joshua does have one in there, much like Klitschko did with Tyson Fury, where Tyson Fury, he didn't have to sign up for a rematch clause, but you get a bit more of an incentive, maybe earn a bit more money for it by agreeing to a rematch. So maybe. Anyway, Kubrat Pulev's manager, Gotsev, he said that Kubrat Pulev, he likes fighting the Brits and beating the Brits. And this is what Gotsev had to say about Pulev, Joshua, and Tyson Fury. We've got a little bit of history going on here with Kubrat Pulev and the British heavyweights. He's knocked quite a few up. He shut up Derek Chisora because he had a big mouth. That was great. Then beating another Fury, their little cousin Huey, was also a pretty good feat. That was the fight that qualified him to be the number one contender to Joshua, another British champion. So there's a little bit of a connection there. Kubrat versus UK, I like that. A little name for himself. So yeah, let's deal with Joshua first, let the best man win, and then we'll look at options with Tyson Fury. Either way, all roads lead to Fury. I can say that because I think he's shown to be one of the supreme guys out there, if not the supreme guy. He's the man. It would be delightful to face the UK champions one after another, wouldn't it? So there you have it. Thing is, when you look at his fight with Derek Chisora, that was for the European title. Kubrat Pulev had the option to fight Anthony Joshua then for the IBF World Heavyweight title, but he didn't want to fight Joshua then. He wanted to go fight for the European title, which was a little bit odd, but either way, Derek Chisora is a very good name on the resume. But Derek Chisora was one of these guys where he would turn up just to get paid. He really would. And Pulev, he knew all he had to do with Derek Chisora back then was to keep him away with the jab. And who has a better jab in the business than, say, a Kubrat Pulev? So he had the tools and he showed how to beat Derek Chisora, especially when Derek Chisora wasn't really in shape. He wasn't really motivated. But of course, leading up, Derek Chisora, he was throwing water and this and the other at Kubrat Pulev, and it was a pretty messy build-up. Let's be honest, Derek Chisora was being his usual self. But the fight with Huey Fury went over there to Bulgaria with a cut above his eye. Now, that's not Pulev's fault, okay? This is something that Huey Fury and that kept behind closed doors. They had the microsurgery and everything was supposed to be okay. But then in the first round, or was it round number 2, the cut opened very, very early, which made Huey Fury panic. Now, had the cut not have opened, who would have known? Would Huey Fury have won the fight? Maybe, I don't know. But I said even before the fight that if Huey Fury doesn't knock out Kubrat Pulev, he ain't winning, especially in Bulgaria. If they can give a close round, or if there is a close round, they'll award it to Pulev. So Huey Fury was always going to be up against it. Now, that's not taking anything away from Kubrat Pulev. Pulev is a fantastic fighter. I've said it for a long time. People want to talk about his age. But look at how many fights he's had. How many wars has he been in? He hasn't been in that many wars, so he doesn't have a lot of miles on the clock. And those who are criticising Joshua fighting Pulev, well, Joshua has no choice but to fight Pulev. It's either fight Pulev or lose your belt. It's one or the other, isn't it? But Pulev is a top fighter. But yet, they want us to talk about how Kubrat Pulev is, 38 years old or 39, whatever it is now, and him fighting Joshua. Well, at the end of the day, it was okay when Huey Fury done it. And the age gap is much bigger. So why is it okay for Huey Fury to do it, but not Joshua? People just want to hate on Joshua, is what it is. But a fight with Joshua, I don't favour Kubrat Pulev at all. He's got a serious chance, that's for sure. He ain't the tallest guy in the world. Joshua likes to fight taller guys, but he is kind of in that mid-range for a tall heavyweight. He's 6'3", I think he is, or 6'4", something like that. Where Joshua, he struggles with the 6-footers. Okay, he does struggle. We've seen him get hurt time and time again. Takam, Povetkin, and of course the first fight of Andy Ruiz Jr. But in the rematch with Ruiz, he learned how to use his jab. Use your God-given attributes, your height and your range. Win the fight. Don't care if you win ugly. Don't care. To win ugly is better than to lose pretty. But anyway, that's my thoughts on it. But a fight with, I mean, if he does manage to get past Joshua, and let's not write it off here, if he does, and then he wants to go fight Tyson Fury, again, that's another interesting one. Of course, I'm sure Tyson, he would love to get a bit of revenge anyway for his cousin Huey. I don't quite know what their relationship is at the minute, but even so, he would love to get revenge, even just for himself, and beat Pulev. But that's an easy fight to make, as they're both top-ranked fighters as well. But anyway, first things first, he's got to deal with Joshua. Personally, I think Joshua, he's probably going to stop him in 2 or 3 rounds, to be honest with you. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all in the next video.